that I would have lived to see this today. I would have never believed them. Look what they're saying today. Rastafari Global Reason tribute to Rastafari matriarch and patriarch, 13th of July 2023 to 14th of July 2023. This is to pay salutation to Professor Roy, Augier, Rex, Nettleford and Barry Chevannes, all Bocat. So Rasta is now paying tribute.
Enough of them go a New York and Miami go bow and come back, say them a bad boy, you know. Yo, enough of them go Canada, England go bow and come back, say them a bad man. When them a batty man, them go a New York and Miami go bow and come back, say them a bad boy, you know. Yo, enough of them go Canada, England go bow and come back, say them a bad man. When them a batty man, Steve used to par with Barry, used to shot enough people, and no sorry. Murder now hearing there. GPR, freaky, a par with nasty man Larry. Couldn't believe, say bad man Fred. Me here in the prison and I wash man head. A flat man here, I just a peanut a head. Murder now a long time, them pussy they feeded. Yeah, enough of them go a New York and Miami go and come back, say them a bad boy, you know. Yo, enough of them go Canada.
All right, Bean Man. My little youth hydrants. Papa Soldier and Vanguard. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, world. This is the Rastafari International Ambassador. And today, I'm going to report to you with regret that the LGBTQ has taken over the Rastafari globally from the grave. And Rastafari is now paying tribute to its LGBTQ professors. You hear me say? The LGBTQ has taken over the Rastafarian from the grave. So them they even do it amongst us. Now, how did I come up with this concept? This broadcast is dedicated to Ital Steam Chalice and Ras Drick I, two funny guy, and others, system dogs, who have took it upon themselves to pay salutation to Professor Rex, Professor Roy Augier, Rex Nettleford, and Barry Chevannes. I must point out, it was these professors who put Rastafari in reverse since the 1960s. Now, before we go into my program, last week, this little guy, Ras Drick I, come on the program and him diss up the whole man, him and him friend them. And I was always wondering why there's such a stumbling block in the way when I establish and point out that I am the Rastafari International Ambassador. I also noticed that there's a generation of Rasta in my age group, such as Muta Baruka, Miguel Lan, Jerry Smalls, and all these senior Rasta man, have gone silent. And all these Rasta man know I, so I was wondering why they gone silent. But then I realized that there's another generation of Rasta that the struggle becomes wide. I point out to you all that I came to Jamaica 2001, or before that, I think, and when I went and looked for the old man point out to I, Bunny, I am a dumb man in the society. I was like taken aback. I was like, what are you talking about? And I point out to you all that the old man point out to me that Capleton had put a fireburn order upon him. And when I heard this, I becomes disturbed. And I went to round up a team in Warwick Hill. And one of my good brethren, now deceased, Dove Chronicle, advised me, Jabi, we cannot approach it this way. And we took counsel with each other, and I stand down, only to rise up again international, Capleton. And I point out to you all, because I keep it real now. I keep it real. I point out to you and say, I stand down in Jamaica with Capleton. But the next time I fly here in England, I rise up. And after I'm finishing show, because I talk it so I can know who I'm dealing with. Drake I, me want you to understand who the fuck, who you playing with. I tell you, say me and the Bible Rasta. Yeah? So go ask Capleton. After I put the fireburn for my father and him come to London, yeah, 3 space cruiser man carry him come from my ends. And when them come out, guns drawn. Every man gun in hand. Round Capleton. Yeah. And when I go and point out to Capleton who I was, I make him know, say, all these guns that him surround him is my gun, them I protect him head back. I told you all that when him tell him driver to drive, the right rear view mirror left on my foot. Now I tell no lie now. Him go back to Jamaica and him go look for Bongo Herman. And him come back to London here with Bongo Herman. And at the hotel, send Skelarch come call I. Because I want a conference. And I return the message to him and let him know the same place where him left me the night, I'm still there. Come back and see me there. From that, Capleton went back to Jamaica and he did the song. If you want to know the Rasta man harder, go and check Marty my Planner. And that's when the old man becomes a vice again. Some of us want you, Drake I, to know who you play with. Because we don't eat rice when it's hot. And you don't come for no tour for me see you. But I will see you eventually. And your tune will change. Because we know for change boy tune around here. Remember we name what we name now. And we no kill it. But that's no kill it. But that's make you change your tune. Yeah, because after I'm done talk to you, we're glad to see you're still alive. Anyway. This one named Ital Chalice now. I say, him is the main sponsor for a global, what you call it, a global reasoning. Rastafari global reasoning. And him now and him friend them, Drake I, and some other high, and some other sister, decide that the theme of their program, July 13 and July 14, is to pay salutation to all system dog, including the LGBT Q, and the rest of the alphabet them. Now, at some stage, JK, Ras Ital Stew reach out to I. And I reach out to him. Someone want the public see where I go on so now with them Rasta boy, you know. Rasta boy, me I call you know. Them boy call themselves now the nowadays intellectual, and they are trampling everything the founding fathers of this liberty have done. Them boy, Ital Stew and Ras Drick I, all of them, a fight down where the elder them lay down. However, them don't have nothing new. They want to put themselves now as the new tricksters, because that's what they are. So when Ital Stew or Ital Chalice contact I last year, the first thing him do with I, that was a big mistake. I speak about it already. Him try to tell I say him have a lot of intellectual, strong, black sistering behind him. Now, when him tell I say him have all these black, strong sistering behind him, one of me is kind of start tickling me because I wonder what I talk about, because we don't know about no strong black woman who are going to lead Rastafari, right? So, the scene start drop some names and him put on a pre-conference with I. And when me coming at the conference, I realize say all these sisterings that he's talking about is sistering where I already deal with years ago, 20, 40, 30 years ago. I deal with these sistering. Only to see that these sistering rebrand themselves, repackage themselves, and come now talking to some baby Rasta. Yeah, call them little boy, Ital Chalice and Ras Drick is babies, not this thing here. So these sisterings are able to run ring around them. Look, nobody can run no ring round the bee. None of them old girl there. Yeah, when you are itch up on that, like your mama, can run no ring round the bee. You have one with them called Catherine Howell. Little nasty mouth woman. Where I don't know which white man she ever wrap up with and got me mixed up with that. And then she have a syndicator, Tegereg. Yeah, Tegereg. A set of Rasta Tegereg. We come now and antagonize the movement with a whole heap of white philosophy and white ideas, a push pan I and I. But that is not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about this boy Ital Chalice and the boy Drick I. Now, I'm on the sistering when name Sister Messianic I. A sistering where I'm on know for over 40 years. She said I today the Global Reasoning Program. And this program supposed to take place on July 13 and 14 at UWI. Now, I find this program very disturbing because the program See the program now? I'm showing it because the program, see it? This is the program. And the program say tribute to Rastafari, matriarch and patriarch. But I say tribute to Rastafari system dogs. And it went on to say salutation to Professor Augier, Nettleford and Barry Chevannes, 3 known open LGBTQ men. Now, when I question why pay tribute to these men, this boy now, Ital, when he call himself Chalice, same come tell I now, research show they were the link to the 1983 RITA and the 2003 Rastafari Global Reasoning. These were the professors that pull the strings. So strings for these conferences to keep at the space like the UWI. 2 of these professors gave Mortimer Planner, resident at UWI, Mona, as well, where Planner offered a new faculty of thinking, which eventually created a Rastafari study at UWI. Now, this is what Ital Chalice is saying. And the other hand, Ras Drick I, burn out Planner, burn out Sam Clayton, burn out Avaranga for this program. So now, what it is, you're burning out the elder them, or you endorse LGBT. I don't know. Now, I have openly stated that none of these little boys, I'm not following any of these little boys, and I'm not asking any of these little boys to follow me, because these little boys can't come under my regime, because they would have to go into the back of the class. Them can't not talk. Yeah, because there are some little babies, confused babies. I'm going to take talk from boy. All girls. Now, before I get to my program, I'd like to make the eye them hear what my brethren, Ayakongo, have to say.
Greetings, great family, Rastafari family. Yeah, the bastion of hope of resistance, the last bastion of hope of resistance against this evil, wicked system, yeah? This system will seem to be, just enveloping and, converting, we're picking them and going into the schools and messing up with youth, them mind them early out, yeah? No chance for even we can't forget them no thing. But what I may I say, I know that I really, I that part of it and all of that night too, but overall, when we're looking at this Rastafari movement, again, we hear Augier talk, Augier say, yeah, Rastafari was something different than most people even accept or know right now, because a lot of young ones come and they're going to hear about these houses of Rastafari, never know so Rastafari before these houses, yeah? And so, I decided for I asked Ethiopia, say, what were you before you were Christian, And I decided for me as a shamanistic Rasta. And a shamanistic Rasta mean a man who is a naturalist, yeah? One who deal with nature and the elemental forces and these things. Before we did a deal with a religious aspect, we say, one man is now the son, S-U-N of God. and become the son of God to in the flesh, and therefore at this one person and one man now everybody have to wait and for come because him will free the whole earth and fire blaze. I know in that, brother. I've been there. I had Messiah-itis one time. Messiah-itis is a very, very serious disease. Sometimes you think you're the Messiah. Sometimes you feel like you come to do this and nobody else can do it. Yeah, been there. We've been through that. So right now it's a different, we say it's a different faculty. I don't know if I had on a page I'm supposed to deal with the ancient Pan-African Council with Rasta business. And I don't want to keep doing that. You know what I say? I was just on the ancient council platform and I come off of it. You know, because there's a bunch of double agents over there, like, you know, certain ones where I wouldn't even want to deal with in the first place. And I see them in the ancient council, and I have been the ancient council platform, sitting there hearing every business Rasta speak. No, sir, we can't deal with that. Me too militant and radical. Me gonna say some shit with that, the boy, they're gonna definitely pass on, and then the agents. So I left the platform, and that's the last thing I stated. This platform is full of double agents, and I left. Anyway, to make a long story short, brother, Rastafari is the heart and soul of liberation for black people globally. It's not religiously based. When you're dealing with this black liberation, you deal with putting down all of your little ideologies and philosophies, if it's religious or spiritual. You pack that up like it's a bag, and you leave it at the door when you're coming at a reasoning. Yeah, left your baggage out the door and make we come deal with I and I as divine ones, the living manifestation of God who have the right to talk and make decisions, and our decisions won't be religiously based, biblically based, Quranically based, Talmudic based, or none of that. It's going to be based upon I and I as man now, speaking one-to-one, saying what is the position we are in, what the state the world is in, and what we have to do to make a difference. Yes, I. Uhuru. Uhuru. Yeah, man. Black liberation, Aluta.
Yes, I a Congo. Me hear the I loud and clear. And I concur with the I, say, in this black liberation struggle, it's blackness all the way. And a church, and a Buddhist, and none of that. And it's not a gay movement neither. So, with that, I concur with the I. But our next brethren have something to say, because we are going to have a different deliberation. Come in, brethren.
Yes, greetings, Rastafari family. Give thanks, yeah. I know it's late, man. I don't know how I'm ended up on this so late, but usually I'm in, my rest, raising up at 3 a.m. as usual in the rising for I. But I was here and I saw the global reasoning flyer, and I saw salutations to certain names on that flyer. And I know for a fact that homosexuals is in that salutation, Yeah. And no one can go around that. So what is happening with Rastafari? Rastafari needed homosexuals to create a global reasoning of Rastafari for themselves. I'm just saying, from my knowledge, this is supposed to be a brainchild, of a certain Irie Ions, at the root, But I really want to know if ones as Rastafarian this time really need to be giving salutations to homosexuals and, go and talk about because they were the ones that facilitated and all of that. That can't flush, That can't flush. That part that they played, or the role they played can be flushed, brethren. Yeah? Yeah. Not because that's where we got the so-called, highlights now that we have to stay with that. enough things from the past, I for dash way. So if we just come up with it and face it as a reality, say, yo, you see that little thing that we did go on, we can't make it happen again. And therefore we don't celebrate it and keep it going. If we say, oh, them Batman, they went play one role and I would go on with Rasta. And we keep pushing their names on into our story. You see me 2023, you still like the salutation said to Rex, you know? Rex Tom, Nettleford, you know? Anyway. How I do it, man? How do Rasta people, brother? Eh? Yeah. I have to recognize, say, yeah. We could have outright say, yeah. We would know what rest Nettleford and them did I try do, or they do, and get themselves involved. But that don't mean we have to keep them involved, brother and sister. I need to move forward, brother and sister, from all of them frig there. You see me, I say? Yeah. Them named enough in a Rastafari history. I go down further. And once I go forward, I still a shout out Batman name and thing about brother about Batman involved in a UE and this and that and blah blah. But Rasta need to involve with UFI in the first blood class place. You know me I say? I know someone take a get upset at me to deal with it that way. But really and truly. What Rastafari are doing at school, in a university, where Rasta did burn out them kind of thing in the sense of colonial, educational, and so forth. Yeah, and that me I talk about. It's not to come and deal with school and education, yes. But why you educating, why you learning, what's going on? You're not going there because it says a university, you're going there, homosexuality are teaching there. Yeah, a university of Oma. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. I'm just saying that, something going on. There's a kidnapping going on with Rastafari and this Yui thing. It always sounds fishy to me. Literally. Always sounds fishy to me.
Yes, I a Congo. Let it be known that I, Jaboni, I have been up to the university twice, and both time was to go up there to see the old man. Outside of that, I have no friends, no lack and part with the UWI. Now, Mr. People are pop style for me and I ask me which university I go and which college I go. And I tell them, say, I don't have back a while and I get more, And that's how I learn my thing, And part of my training as my big old hand for my hip. So if you want to talk to me, you come down there, come and talk to me and talk proper. Now, in my time at back a while, I no remember see nobody from up at the UWI. I come down there, come talk to I and I. I think the only person that ever come down there and talk to I and I is Dr. Walter Rodney. And him come ground with I, and because him come talk to I and I down in the slum, that's the reason why Augier did put him on the subversive and ban him from come to Jamaica, and we end up burning down City Kingston 1968. But moving right along still, because it seems that all time something come back again in a different form. So make mechanics bridging come talk to it.
Yeah, Rastafari. It's Rasta, say man sight up this poster, this flyer, and I say, it look like, say, global reason to get captured by RMO and University Rasta. Some type of manipulation take place as a Rastafari. A man sight it up lion,
Yes, Rastafari, give thanks, for the ironing and the uprising to the family. Global. And them that still at rest. Hope they may see clear vision of the future and the step that I and I must make globally as a family. It's a serious assassination take place, So If I and I could have tracks forward from a little while with this whole decision making, where I and I try to come to a conclusion from 2019 Rasta. Oh, I and I are going to come to a oneness with the very type of characters them where they move through the family, you know. But it look like when they take this thing too simple, you know, and I call when a reasoning go on a Portland and suggestion make for a global to see if we could have come to a unification around the family to make this thing becomes more unified and progressive and better for I and I globally. And when you check it out, all what I and I try to do, I wonder what the family are sight up now, how serious the thing is in a Rasta. And I just hear the sound come up with the youth say, global, when we did I listen out for year Portland make an announcement that Rasta could have keep a global among themselves. And I'm on shout out and say, wow, how this come in? And the youth explain say ones and ones when I wear a fit from a taller while them make mention about it. And I start reason up and I did a lick fire upon first day. And you couldn't give I first day as Rastafari to a certain regime. You better you give him last day. And the kind of one them and the reasoning go to no Rastafari. Them thing are serious records, you know. And look where reach. The youth a set a thing round a beach, all a chop down lana, and they I come back again and make a next suggestion and pinnacle and Rastafari is a serious set of coup they go on against I and I, you know. A serious thing a go on. And I hear say Karaga, the benevolent, a call a meeting Sunday to come in this Sunday. Then I see it. And it announced on radio and whole heap of things. So Rastafari, a serious meditation, you know. Serious meditation, cause possibility are the birth of our divine majesty, higher being in a mobile good a turn out in a serious way, you know. Cause this thing, and then now a man I got talk about new faculties, and then UWI give course and I see a DR interested in meeting certain one as if and him is a one of knowledge of indigenous right. It seems like I don't know. Cause if you are serious about indigenous, then you're supposed to can give us some knowledge pertaining to our sovereign way and how to walk and how to register and how to move around these poor pious people where they put us under sub Rastafari. Give thanks to the moment to hear, sir. More strength.
Yeah, I know what to lion. Rastafari affairs are supposed to discuss in a Queen Elizabeth house. That's the problem, you know. I and I if you find place amongst I and I say go discuss I and I affairs, you know. Franjalani involved in it Rasta, I know say, you know, some form of compromising if you go and lie. Give thanks.
Yes, races and races, you know. I just a check real quick here now to see what else is in the agenda that need to hear out. As it stand right now, I and I have no fear as to where and as to how I have a hotter. My mouth and my mouth. And the boy can't put no burger upon my mouth. Yeah, but that's not where I go. Now, excuse me, because I'm in the archive now, coming to you all, so I want to come factual So this is not something where me feel now. Now, there is a report out there by the name of Our Man in Mona. Our Man in Mona mean Our Man in the University of the West Indies, because that's another name for Mona, for the university. It named Mona, Upper Mona. A conversation between Robert A. Hill and Annie Paul. Now, I go just pay attention to what Robert Hill research have revealed. Because, you see, me sit down upon the documents, them, you know. Me telling her this, and me have the new faculty, and me have it. Me telling her, and me the old man get the document, the university don't have it. Hi, Jaboni is who have that documents. Yeah, the whole faculty, new faculty presentation is high of it. And as all me soon I move right now, I'm not give it to nobody. Because all I'm going to do is what I do right now. Manipulating the record. Because that's all I'm doing, you know. Record manipulation. Now, Robert Hill state, I might have started out chipping away at the metallurgy surrounding the university report entitled The Rastafari Movement in Kingston, 1960. Just bear with me now, because I'm going to read slow and try to talk as proper as possible so you can understand my English. Today, my research has resulted in the dismantling roots and branch of the intellectual presentation of the report, as well as exposure of the massive deception engaged in by all concerned with the report. You hear the man say, him a go dismantle. Him a go dismantle the root and the branch of the intellectual presentation of the report, as well as the exposure of the massive deception engaging by all concerned with the report. Now, Robert Hill said him a dismantle the lie in a layman terms that the professors them that was involved. So now I could go back and look who was involved. Because I see you keep at just a spin the thing, you know. The main professor that was involved is Augier, Ras Nettleford and Barry Chevannes. The people them that today these Rasta boys is paying salutation to. Where go on this so? Now, let me go on. That has now gone completely unremarked in the literature. Getting to the bottom or the truth of what today stands as an almost canonical university document more than 50 years after the publication has not been easy, but with patient and considerable effort and determination, I have uncovered material in archive and personal collection that disclose and vanish picture. The story that emerged from this research is a disturbing one. Indeed, the first articulation of, as you describe it, a certain discomfort with the 1960 report, however, long predated the G. Smith Conference at UWI in 2008. In 1981, 27 years before the conference, I observed by way of introducing my essay, Dread History, Leonard P. Howell and Millerand Vision in Early Rastafari Religion in Jamaica, Journal of the History of Religion at UCL, Volume 9, 1981. The following correction, it is necessary at the outset to call into question the semi-canonical status which scholars have conferred on the section of the report by M.G. Smith, Roy Augier, and Rex Nettleford. The Rastafari Movement in Kingston, Jamaica, entitled History of the Movement, an example of the nearly universal acceptance. According, this work is the statement by Barry Chevannes that the role played by the first Rastafarian is treated adequately in Smith et al. Thus, engaging with the report in 2008 was by no means something I was attempting for the first time. What was new, however, was the approach. Since the conference was an academic meeting in honor of M.G. Smith, I decided that I would visit Smith's widow, Mary Smith, who lived in Glastonbury, England. I wanted to find out from her what she could tell me about the preparation of the report. I was reminded that in a meeting held in my office at UCLA in 1978, M.G. Smith, who was then visiting UCLA with his wife, told me that the report was actually dedicated to Mary over the course of a single night. One night in take for the report. How could one ever forget something as amazing as that? Indeed, Smith's statements stayed with me over the years and continue to make curious about how the process of composition, dictation, transcription, and revision unfold. Now, it's still the professor for all these years, and since me come across it, it can't leave my head neither. And that's why me have declared that everything where we stand on today is fraud. Everything where we are practiced today is fraud. These set of Batman that we are now, all of them dead Batman that we are now paying salutation to. What is happening? What is happening? You know, let me tell you something. I always say this. The world is divided in two. Those that know and those that don't know. Now, some little boy rise up now, poison off all the elder them, cow down all the elder them, bully down all the elder them, intimidate all the elder them, and now claim say, and them are the elder, and them are lead the thing. Now they didn't know say a little soldier like me who keep it quiet for the past 30 odd year, because 30 odd year now I come from prison, and me keep it quiet, and up on the fence I watch you know. And now, is here now for balance the thing. Now, you can't call me down, you can't shout me down, I wanna can't intimidate me. Me telling already, me no mingle and me no mix. So you can't invite me to no little corner. Me not look no power. Me have me power already. So me not look now if you come join a boy a man to go be our pitfall or Scotch part or whoever St. Mary or whoever Portland. Me not going on no parish. Go look for no boy. No. And the boy can't come look for me a back a wall. I know where me stand a back a wall. Anyway, whether me there Rima, Jungle or Garden or Rockfort or down a Spangler, I know me there. You have to come proper. I tell you already. Me and one hell that one can't come intimidate and talk no foolish in my head like me not have no sense. Me establish me the Rasta baby, grew up in this. Me know where we da fight for. Me know where they supposed to go. Yeah. I'm jumping ahead of myself and carry myself back to Africa and go find out say Africa not ready for I and me jump back out of that. Yeah. When me jump out of that and come for the Jamaica, the old man tell me say, Bunny, don't jump ahead of yourself. None of we is not going anywhere leaving each other. All who go Africa have to come forward. Yeah, over the years we see that everybody will go have to come forward. Because Africa not ready for we yet. And we keep a deny ourselves that. No boy can't just tell me about come Jabi me ready for what? What you have for me down there? You have anything for me down there? You think me I come Africa come living in a tabernacle? Yeah. So all this squabble now going around and I play the number game over there so and the number game up there so. Me tell you already say all who up a Shamali a traitor. If me I go there if I go wipe and clear, cut and clear. Yeah. And next thing I want to tell you to stop going like you can't intimidate, we are intimidate priest Paul. Yeah. Come out and come call him Kiss Paul and see what we do now. Come out and come talk to anyone of we can not know we know. I bet you no got Jamaica talk about Kiss Paul. I bet you no got Kingston go talk about Kiss Paul. And see if you not get licked on your mouth. Whether you're a girl or you're a boy. You think you pet people? You think you can come to my if you come talk about Kiss Paul. Me lick you on your mouth. Yeah, lick back that down your throat. Yeah, because you don't know what we know. You don't know what this is all about. I keep telling you, this is a black liberation thing. Yeah, and we are going to liberate ourselves by any means necessary. Yeah. When the life start, I'll put things by my name, but you can't do it because why you can't talk about me? Because I don't mingle with you, you know. After a long time, you think I just know? After a long time, Jabon and mingle with Bible preacher and Bible people. Me not mingle with you, no. Me and you don't have nothing in common. Yeah, so you can't invite me for come round this or come join me or round this. I say all the report where me I deliver to. Me don't even say nothing more upon the report because me not try win no soul, you know. Yeah. And my brethren and my sister them stand firm and know say Rasta is all about black liberation. So all I want to try things say you can mingle up and draw away for come mingle up in a curdumption. Because how comes? Me not like Ital Chalice to come public to come tell we now. As a matter of fact, I say I can call Ital Chalice so he can make himself defend himself. Me say I can find him. Because if I can't find him, it's good. Until that time, I say I can even play a one song for you. Because I say when I go on like you know want me turn DJ power now. Yeah. But Rastafari the true and living God. So yeah, save that. Yeah, I say I can at least, you know, touch a thing for now. Because that's over there. Yeah. All right, just try to touch base with Ital Steam Chalice, the virgin that's supposed to actually run that program, and can't get through to him. As soon as I can get through to him, I will rise him up so him come and defend himself to the world. So until that time, stand firm and know that them bow. Yeah. The Rasta now is also a part of the LGBTQ alphabet family. Yes. So be mindful now who you call your brethren, because your brethren might just be your sister.